Speaker. I rise today to speak about a place of extraordinary environmental and community significance to Beecroft in my electorate, the Byles Creek Conservation Area. Byles Creek is not just a stretch of bushland, it is a sanctuary. A sanctuary for native wildlife, including gang cockatoos and powerful owls. A sanctuary for the community, where generations of locals have bushwalked, volunteered, and raised their children to value nature. These properties are critical ecological links and play a vital role in preserving one of Sydney's few remaining bushland corridors. Existing zoning and ecological studies have underscored the strategic nature of the habitat connectivity and biodiversity. It is also a sanctuary in name, honouring Marie Byles, New South Wales's first female solicitor, and a pioneering environmentalist whose legacy is stitched into the soil of Beecroft and Cheltenham. Despite its ecological and cultural importance, Byles Creek remains unprotected. For years, the community has fought to secure its future, and that fight has been led with courage, clarity, and relentless effort by the Byles Creek Valley Union. Two women in particular stand out, Trish Brown and Robin Smith. Their tireless work has unified residents, engaged experts, brought all levels of government to the table, sometimes repeatedly, with a clear, consistent message: protect this land. Through letter writing campaigns, policy submissions, public meetings, and campaigning with councillors and MPs, they have been the custodians of a cause that deserves our attention. Their efforts have led to some land being secured as part of the conservation area, but there is more to do. In his 2015 inaugural speech, the then member for Epping, Damien Tudhope, spoke directly to this issue. The preservation of the Byles Creek Conservation Area is causing much anxiety to the residents of Beecroft, and they are looking to Hornsby Council and the government to find a solution to protect the wildlife in the area, as well as the environmental heritage which has been enjoyed by so many. Those words spoken here in this chamber were a clear recognition of both the value of the land and the expectation to act. After a decade of campaigning, there is land that remains unzoned for conservation and at risk of subdivision and development. We are at a moment that requires some action, as land that has been approved for development has been put on the market for sale, producing an opportunity for government to acquire this land. And I believe that there is bipartisan support for such an action. In opposition, current Environment Minister Penny Sharp provided a message of support to the Byles Creek Valley Union, in which she wrote, "I share your deep concern at the recent unapproved clearing of bushland in the Byles Creek Valley, and I want to share my support for the protection of urban habitat for vulnerable species that are most at risk from habitat loss." The now Minister went on to say that she had written to the then Environment Minister to investigate the options available for state government intervention as requested by the many local residents who have contacted her. In good faith, I have now written to the Minister asking her to act on the sentiments that she expressed in opposition. There is an opportunity for the government to act now. So I'm calling on the government to work with Hornsby Shire Council and the Byles Creek Union to explore all available options, including acquisition, conservation zoning, or permanent reservation under an appropriate trust, to ensure that the Byles Creek corridor is protected for the long term. Investment in acquisition would not only protect significant vegetation, but also honour the long-standing commitment of community advocates. The urgency is real. The risk of losing this ecological corridor grows with every passing year, and once it is lost, once trees are cleared, species displaced, habitats fragmented, it cannot be undone. I think it would be fitting to finish on a note of acknowledging the people power and grassroots movement behind my contribution today. What has unfolded around Byles Creek is one of the most powerful examples of community organisation and grassroots actions. Residents of Beecroft, many of them without formal political backgrounds, have come together with passion, intelligence and determination to protect this rare urban bushland. Through the tireless work of the union, locals have hosted public meetings, submitting planning proposals, launched letter writing campaigns. It has been a community movement. And I want to take a moment to sincerely acknowledge and thank every member of the union for their stewardship. As the member for Epping, I will continue to fight for Byles Creek.